What if I told you that the most dangerous person in any room is probably the leanest one? Not the person with the biggest muscles. Just a regular-looking guy who can do things with his body that defy what your eyes are telling you. That is the power of calisthenics done right. Not for size. Not for the Instagram physique. For pure, terrifying, functional strength that nobody sees coming. Let's dive into why you should be strong instead of just being big. Here is the thing most people get completely wrong. They assume strength and size are the same thing. They are not. They are two entirely different adaptations happening in two entirely different systems. So let me give you the exact framework for getting freakishly strong using nothing but your body weight, while staying lean, mobile, and athletic. The first concept you need to understand is that most calisthenics training people do is completely wrong for building strength. Cranking out 50 push-ups for the burn, doing pull-up ladder challenges, grinding through high representative circuits until your lungs give out. All of that is conditioning work. It builds endurance and some muscle size through fluid accumulation, but it does not build dense, neurological strength. You need low reps and maximum tension. That means working toward the hardest possible version of each movement pattern, not the easiest version done 100 times. Think of it this way. A standard push-up done for 20 reps is not a strength exercise for anyone beyond a beginner. But a perfect archer push-up, or a slow negative one-arm push-up progression, done for 3 brutal reps with maximum full body tension, that is a completely different stimulus. Your nervous system lights up. Your body has to recruit every fiber simultaneously just to survive the movement. This is the secret the strongest calisthenics athletes in the world understand. Progression is not about more reps, it is about harder variations. And harder variations done at low representative ranges train your nervous system the exact same way elite powerlifters train theirs. Here is your progression map. For pushing, you work from regular push-ups toward archer push-ups, then toward one-arm push-up negatives, then the full one-arm push-up. For pulling, you progress from regular pull-ups toward archer pull-ups, then one-arm negatives, then the full one-arm pull-up. For legs, you work toward the pistol squat and eventually weighted or shrimp squat variations. For core and full body tension, you chase the front lever, the back lever, and the planche progressions. Each one of these advanced movements demands a level of total body tension and neurological coordination that is honestly humbling. The front lever alone requires your entire posterior chain, your lats, your core, your shoulders, everything firing together at maximum capacity just to hold a static position. That is not just strength. That is a software upgrade for your entire nervous system. Now let's talk about how to actually structure your training sessions. You want to work in the 1 to 5 representative range on your hardest current variation. Pick the variation where you can barely complete 3 clean reps. That is your working variation. Do 4 to 6 sets of it. Rest 3 to 5 full minutes between every single set. Yes, that long. This is not cardio. You are recharging your energy systems fully so that every single set is a maximum quality effort. If you are gassing out and sweating everywhere, you have either picked too easy a variation or you are not resting long enough. 3 days per week is plenty. More than that and your nervous system cannot recover properly from this kind of intense work. Now here is where calisthenics actually has an advantage over barbell training for this goal specifically. Isometric holds. Movements like the L-sit, the tuck planche, the front lever tuck, these static positions force your muscles to generate maximum tension without any movement at all. And muscles actually produce their highest force output during isometric contraction. So spending time working these holds is like pouring jet fuel directly into your strength development. Add one isometric hold at the end of each session. Hold your current progression for 5 to 10 seconds at maximum effort. Repeat 3 times. Over weeks and months, these holds will transfer directly into your dynamic movement strength in ways that feel almost unfair. The final piece of this puzzle is nutrition, and it is simple. Strength is a neurological adaptation. Size is a thermodynamic one. You physically cannot build significant mass without eating more calories than you burn. So if your goal is to stay lean while getting stronger, eat at maintenance. Keep protein high, around 1 gram per pound of body weight, so your nervous system and connective tissue can recover and adapt. But do not eat in a surplus. That thermodynamic shield keeps you from accidentally bulking while your strength climbs. 6 months from today, you will be able to do things that will genuinely confuse people. A lean person pressing themselves away from the ground with one arm. Hanging horizontally in the air off a bar. Moving through space with a control and precision that heavy lifters simply cannot match. That is the calisthenics strength advantage. You are not building a bigger engine. You are building a better driver. Start with the hardest variation you can barely do. Keep the reps brutally low. Rest completely between sets. Chase the advanced skills. Protect your physique with smart nutrition. Train the nerve, not just the muscle, and watch what happens.